Welcome back. In the previous session, we were dealing with rank of a matrix. You will be given a matrix and you are supposed to find the rank of that particular matrix. Let us discuss some of the cases that comes under the rank of a matrix. Next case, find the rank of the matrix. A matrix is given. It's in the order of 3, that is 3 rows and 3 columns. So what will be the rank of that matrix? In the initial view, we can say that the rank of the matrix may be 3 because it's in the order of 3. So we can say that the rank of this matrix may be 3. And we all know the computation of this rank of a matrix. First, you will assume the rank, and next, you have to prove whether the rank is correct. Since the order of this matrix is 3, highest minor is of the order 3. And let us prove whether it is right or wrong. And we all know how to find or how to prove the rank of a matrix. You have to find the determinant of that particular matrix. So how we are going to find the determinant? We have done a numerous cases regarding determinant questions as well as the cases in which a part of the computation in which you might have used how to find the determinant of a certain matrix. So for the determinant, you will be following these steps. I'm not mentioning or explaining again and again. For the determinant, you have to select the first row, and on the base of first row, you have to identify the sub matrices under the main matrix. And after computing that, you will get a value. So here, after computing, you got the value as 0. And we all know if the determinant of a certain matrix is 0, then your assumption about the rank of that particular matrix is not correct. Now you have to try for other rank. Other rank means you have to go for the next smallest rank. Here at the beginning, you have assumed that the rank of the matrix may be 3. So since the determinant of that matrix came to be 0, you have to go for the next smallest rank. So the next smallest rank is 2. So in order to find or in order to make sure whether the rank of that matrix is 2, you have to make necessary changes in the matrix given in the question in such a way that it has to be in the order of 2. At the same time, you have to include or cover all the elements of the matrix given in the question. So this is the matrix given in the question. And after the computation of regarding the determinant of this particular matrix, you have got the value as 0. So we are going for the next smallest rank, that is 2. So now consider the minus of the order 2. In order to find the minus of the order 2, you have to make or split the matrix given in the question as small matrices in the order of 2. So in order to split the matrix given in the question, you have to split the matrix in the order of 2, that is 2 rows and 2 columns. So first set is 1, 2, 3, 6. 2 rows, 2 columns. So you got one matrix. Next one, 2, 3, 6, 9. Another matrix. So you have covered the first 2 rows. Now you need to cover the last row. So in order to cover the last row, you have to include the row in the middle. So first part is 3, 6 and 2, 4. You may think that 3, 6 is already taken in the first matrix. Then why we have to take again here in the third matrix? Because here the repetition doesn't matter. The concept is that you have to cover all the elements whether you are repeating the same numbers again and again. It doesn't matter. You have to include all the other elements. No element can be left alone. So 3, 6, 2, 4, finally 6, 9 and 4, 6. So now you have split the matrix given in the question into small matrices in the order of 2. Why we done like that? Because initially we assumed that it will be in the order of 3, since it is in the order of 3, assume that its rank will be 3. But after the computation, you got the answer as 0, since we can say that its rank is not 3. So that's why we went for the second rank. Now, whether the rank of this matrix is 2 or not, you have to prove it. The same scenario have to be followed again. You need to find the determinant of these matrices. Since in the order of 2, here the determinant value will be the minus itself. So in the first case, in all these cases, its computation is very easy. It's in the order of 2, so you need to just cross multiply and take the difference. That is 1 into 6, 6, minus 3 into 2, 6. Here you got 0. 2 into 9, 18, minus 6 into 3, 18. Again also 0. Here 3 into 4, 12. 6 into 2, 12. Again 0. And finally 6 into 3. 6 into 6, 36. Minus 4 into 9, 36. Again also 0. So if you go through the computation, you can find that here also you got the value 0 for all the minors in these matrices in the order of 2. So as per the rule, you can assume that again the rank of this particular matrix is not 2, because all the minors have the determinant value 0. So again your assumption was wrong, or our assumption was wrong. So the rank of the matrix is not 2. So how we are going to rank? So once you end up 0, you have to go for the next smallest rank, because in the beginning it was 3 and there you got 0, so you went for next smallest rank, that is 2. And again in the case of 2 also, you got the value 0 for all these matrices, so your assumption was wrong, so we have to go for the next smallest rank. And remember, when you are going for the next smallest rank, that is next smallest rank is 1, in that case you need not have to find any determinant or minus, because if you are trying for finding the rank of the particular matrix, and if you have reached till the computation of rank to its 1, then it is assumed that the rank of the matrix will be 1. So you need not have to do any computation or multiplication of any cases, or you need not have to do any determinant computation or minus value of minor for finding out whether the rank is 1. It is an assumption that when you reach this point, then you can assume that the rank of that matrix will be 1. So this is how you have to do with cases where you need to find the rank of a particular matrix. I hope you understand the concept. In the question in the beginning, you were given a matrix in the order of 3. So you assume that the rank of the matrix may be 3. And while doing the computation for making sure whether the rank is 3, you found that the value is 0. So our assumption was wrong. Now we went for the next smallest rank, that is 2. Again you got the value 0. So the rank of the matrix is not 2. So you are going for the next smallest rank, that is 1. In order to make sure whether it is right or not, you need not have to do any more computation for checking the rank when it is 1. So it is assumed that the rank of the matrix is 1. This is how you have to deal with. So just go through it, understand the concept, familiarize each step. Let's deal with some of the cases that comes under the rank of the matrix. So let us try some other cases. Before we going into some of the cases of rank of a matrix, let's discuss an application level question that comes under the heading matrices. If you remember the areas which we have covered under matrix, we have covered almost different cases and application level situations that comes under matrices. We have done with different adjustments, different methods, different techniques under matrices. And in the examination, you may come across a question where you will be asked with a business situation just like the question you are seeing here. Previously, we were discussing about simple cases where you may be directly given equations or any matrices, and in which you may ask to find whatever the methods or technique which we have studied. It's quite simple because the question is asked directly. But here you are seeing a question where it's a case of matrix. Actually, it's a case of matrix. But if you go through the question, you will not see a term as matrix in any of these sentences. So, how we are going to identify a question while dealing with similar situations during examinations or tests? So, it's actually a case of matrix, and usually in the exam, sometimes they may ask at the end of the question using matrices and certain method to find such and such like that. So, we have learned a plenty of cases and how we are going to deal with this question. So, just go through the question. The price of three commodities X, Y, Z are not known. We don't know about that. A sells, A is the name of a person, sells 5 units of X, 4 units of Z, and purchases 6 units of Y. Whereas B sells 7 units of X, 4 units of Y, and purchases 3 units of Z. C sells 2 units of X, 1 unit of Y, and 6 units of Z. In this process, A, B, and C earn respectively rupees 15, 19, and 46 as income or profit, whatever may be. Find the prices of the commodities X, Y, and Z. So in this question, you are asked to find X, Y, and Z. And we all know how to find X, Y, and Z, and we have done some of the cases that comes under computation of unknown variables. We know that part, but before we go into that part, earlier we have learned how to find X, Y, and Z when you are given a linear equation or a simultaneous linear equations. But in this question, no such details is given. The only detail given is 3 persons and their mode of operandum in business. So how you are going to make or how you are going to find the values of X, Y, and Z. Usually you may come across this type of questions in the examination. Since it is a case where you are asked to find X and Y and Z, actually in this case, there is no specification regarding whether you have to follow matrix method or any of the method which we have learned in this semester. Because we have learned a numerous method for finding X, Y, and Z. From theory of equations, we are trying various methods for finding out unknown variables. Usually in the exam, you may ask to use any method of operation to find X, Y, and Z. So for time being, it is a case of matrix. Then how we are going to find the X, Y, Z without any details regarding the linear equation? First of all, you have to be very logical while dealing with this question. Here A, B, C, and are 3 different persons, and they are doing some sort of business selling X, Y, and Z. Some are buying. One person is buying one commodity, and at the same time he is selling some other commodity likewise. So you have to be very logical. So let's start with how to frame a linear equation from the details given here. You are asked to find the prices of X, Y, and Z. And we all know how to find X, Y, and Z. And in the question it is said that A is a person, and his action includes 5 units of X, 6 units of Y, and 4 units of Z. In the sentence it is said 5 units of X, 4 units of Z, and purchases 6 units of Y. So in order to make a logical order x is followed by y is followed by z likewise. There is no rule regarding you have to follow this method like that likewise. So A's plan of action or A's actions include 5 units of x, 6 units of y, 4 units of z. And by doing these actions, he will earn an income or a profit of rupees 15. This is what is given in the question regarding the details of A. So let it be like that. So let us rule out the details or action of B. B sells 7 units of x. So let it be 7x. And 4 units of y. So let it be 4y. And 3 units of z. Let it be 3z. And in the end it is said that B has earned a profit or income of rupees 19. So let it be 19. And regarding C. Here C sells 2 units of x. So let it be 2x. 1 unit of y. So 1y or y. And 6 unit of z. 6z. And finally he also earned a profit or income of rupees 46. So now you have extracted a part of the details given in the question. This information will not be helpful in finding the x, y, z using matrices. Now you have to be very logical regarding the next step. On the base of actions of A, you have ruled out that 5x, 6y and 4z equal to 15, which can be written as 5x minus 6y plus 4z equal to 15. How did we found? Here it is minus and here it is plus. Remember, here A is a person and he is buying and selling something. So be logical. If you are selling something, if you are a businessman, if you are selling something, what will be the status of your income or money in your pocket? Will it increase or will it decrease? Surely it will increase. So if you are doing a sale or if you have disposed a good and you will earn income. When you earn income, the money in your pocket or money in your hand increases. So whatever the sale is happening, in that case you will use plus sign. Whenever you are buying something means you are purchasing something, your cash balance is decreased. So in that case, you will use minus sign. Now you just go through the question regarding A. A sells 5 units of X. 5 units of X means he has sold 5 units of X. When sale comes, the income of that person increases. So here it is plus. Plus 5X is implied as 5X. Next one. He purchases 6 units of Y. He has spent 6 units of Y. He has spent certain sum of money for acquiring 6 units of Y. So his cash balance is decreased. So it is minus 6Y. And finally 4Z. He has sell 5 units of X, 4 units of Z means he has sold 5 units of X and 4 units of Z. So there is a sale. 4 units of goods of Z are sold. So when sale comes, the income of A is increased. So we are using plus. I hope you understand the concept. Why we have got minus and plus. It doesn't mean that you have to put first minus then followed by plus. There is no rule like that. You have to be very logical while dealing with this type question. So if you have got the point, you will understand the next sentence. B sells 7 units of X and 4 units of Y and purchases 3 units of Z. See, B sells 7 units of X, 7X plus 7X, 4 units of Y, so it is plus 4Y, and finally purchases 3 units of Z. Since it is a purchase, there is a decrease in income, so minus 3Z equal to 19. And finally C. C sells 2 units of X, so plus 2X, and 1 unit of Y plus 1Y. 1Y and Y alone written is saying all this and all means the same. And finally 6 units of Z. He has sold all the items. Since there is no purchase, we are not using any minus sign. See, from the details, from an elaborate detail of a question or a case study, we have developed an equation. Now it's in a linear equation form. So from here you can easily prepare matrix methods to find the value of x, y and z. I hope you understand the concept. Here a descriptive detail of an action is given, and from that you have to find the value of x, y and z. Here in the question you are asked to find the prices of x, y and z. So you have to find x, y and z. Sometimes in the question they may specify a certain method, because we have learned number of different methods for finding the value of x, y and z in matrices itself. We have learned a situation where how to find the solution for simultaneous equation when you are using matrices, and at the same time you have learned another method, that is Cramer's rule, for finding the value of x, y and z. You can use any method for finding the value of x, y and z, but if there is any specification regarding, you have any method of operation has to be specifiedly told in the examination or in the question, you have to follow that method. If it is specifically mentioned that you have to follow Cramer's rule, in that case you have to do Cramer's rule in order to find x, y and z. If it is asked to find normal matrix method, then you have to follow the first method which we have learned in the case of matrices. If there is no specification regarding which method has to be followed, you can use any method, because the theory of equation which we have learned in the first module, in that case also you are using same principle for finding x, y and z. So I hope you understand the concept, and from here you just try to find the value of x, y and z, because we have done the same equation or simultaneous case previously. So I am not repeating again and again. So just try to find the value of x, y and z and try to solve the same question using Cramer's rule, as well as the situation where simultaneous equations using matrices, usual method which we have learned. So try to find in both way. Anyway, the answer will be given. The answer of x, y and z is given. Just try to find whether the values are the same or not, and familiarize the situations and cases, and you have to be very logical while dealing with the application level question that comes under different areas. When it comes to a commerce related question or a business related question, you have to think very logically. See how we put minus and plus in this case. There is a logic for dealing with different type of question. So you have to be very careful. So just go through it. We will discuss about the different case in the next session. That's all for today. Thank you.